Hey everybody, Mr. Bookkeeper here, and today I want to show you a preview of something that I've been working on for quite a while now. If you've been following me on Instagram, you'll kind of get an idea on what it is, but this is the first time I'm actually going to do a video about it and really showcase something that I'm hoping to display next year at some conferences. So without further ado, let's take a look at the very much work in progress Hogsmeade mock. All right, so here it is. This is my version of Hogsmeade. Now, if you watched my last video where I was actually talking about these new modular mountain panels that I'm creating, this is what I designed it for. So for a long time, I've been, if you've been following me, I have my city and I have my mountains, and it's something that I really always wanted to kind of showcase, kind of like bring on the road and show off and display it. But the mountains that I built in the past, it just wasn't possible to do that. I didn't ever intended to travel with them. And so I really had to brainstorm and come up with some ideas on how exactly I could do a representation of mountains, in a mobile format. And if you go check out my last video, which I'm going to link up, you can actually see how I did that. But enough about that. This is the work in progress for Hogsmeade, because as I started thinking about, well, what do I want to display? What do I want to do? My initial, idea was to kind of do like a city scene of some sort, but then that quickly evolved into like some other ideas. And then I just, I kind of settled on Harry Potter, because I love Harry Potter. I love Hogsmeade. And I just felt like that would be a really great way to showcase the elements that I wanted to showcase of my design, but also kind of incorporate some really fun, elements from Harry Potter, just this magical, snowy world. And that's what you see here. So the buildings are a mix of mocks and official sets with some modifications here and there just to kind of fit the general theme. In some cases, I've added more snow to the roofs, for example. I've had to modify various buildings to fit better into the scene. These are a little bit closer than the official sets would be, so I've actually removed the bases on a lot of them and just did, here modifications just to make it fit better, to make it kind of flow. You'll notice that I have the train station, which down below here, of course, I got to incorporate my favorite trains into this, and you can see that area here is pretty well built out already and mostly complete. I just have to populate it with the minifigs. But the train station is basically unchanged from the official set, a few minor changes. The walkway, of course, in the real Hogsmeade, the walkway actually goes over the train tracks. I didn't have the space to do that because if you notice, this whole thing is only 4 base plates wide. So it's less than the size of a USD Star Destroyer in length. And actually in width, it's even smaller because it's only 1 base plate deep. So I really wanted to economize on the space. I really wanted to kind of showcase what you can do in a limited area with not a whole lot of space. And that's the result that you see here. Now, it is infinitely modular. So if I do get ambitious, I can always add more sections. Each of these sections splits apart very easily. So you can split these off into 32 by 32 spots and add more sections either in between or on the ends or however you want to do it. But the whole thing, again, is designed to travel, and it's designed in a modular way so you can easily expand or contract and show this off. This could fit on a shelf if you have a sufficiently deep, you have a 10-inch deep shelf. This right here would easily fit on there. So you can easily do a lot in a little space, which is, again, what I was trying to kind of showcase. Let's take a closer look at a few other elements here. So the actual, as I mentioned, the buildings you have here are, the combination of mocks and official sets. You'll see the cobblestone. You can really see it down by the train station, but the upper level here, this will all be cobbled. So it just gives you a really nice color variation. It gives you some nice texturing, and it just breaks up the light bluish gray plates that otherwise would be just kind of boring and plain like you see over here. Over there, you can really see how it just gives a lot of depth and character to the scene. Of course, there's going to be a lot more details added in here as we go. I'm still adding things, and there's hardly any minifigures right now. And also, yes, there's going to be lights. So I'm going to be lighting this up. The whole thing is going to be pretty comprehensive and pretty thorough representation of all the different things I do. You can see the mountain panels here really well. So this section, these two sections that you see right here, so that's 4 of these panels. I'm probably going to add one more row of panels above here, and then of course this is flat right now, but it's going to be finished off with a with a brick built mountaintop of some sort, and then you're also going to see more over here in this area where this is actually I wanted to have a waterfall with a bridge. I just had this vision in my head when I first started doing this, and that was the end result that you see right here now is this waterfall with a little bridge, and you can see how that kind of trails up, and we're still adding textures and detail and trees and whatnot, but again, another little neat little area for that. And then as we move over this way, this lower area here, this is actually going to be the Forbidden Forest, or the start of it. So this is going to be very dark and gloomy. I need to add to it. There's going to be a lot more foliage and different things in here for you to look at, some scenes from the movies and whatnot, but this is just kind of the very early stages of that, fleshing that area out. And this is only 8 studs deep, this area right here in the front, 8 studs deep. So again, you can do a lot. You can really create a lot in these scenes if you want to. And then of course we just have another building, and of course at the end is the Shrieking Shack, kind of on the outskirts of town. Again, the mountains are going to continue up this and fill in all of this area that you see right here. And then that's pretty much, like I say, pretty much the whole thing. Now this is built up on a Mills plate. It's the first time I've done that in a mock, and I really love it. Highly recommend it because it is very, very sturdy. Again, it's going to be moving around, it's going to be transporting, and so building it up on a Mills plate gives you a lot of support, and it also makes it very sturdy and strong, and it gives you a place to channel wires for lighting. It gives you a lot of flexibility. So if you can do Mills, highly recommend it. I'm probably going forward going to be doing almost all my mocks on Mills plates. It just is a very nice technique that I really like. As far as supports go behind this, so I actually use brick built supports. So I like to do these 4x4 columns. These are just, and it's just whatever random bricks I have laying around. These are supporting the underlayer here. So this ground, the first floor, but going to the ground floor, that's what is supporting up all of this stuff. And most of this underneath here, it's either 16x16 plates or 8x16 on the top here, holding everything up. And then just a bunch of these support columns that hold up everything. As I go higher up with the mountains and the panels, I use these types of supports. I wouldn't use these on the lower floor because they do tend to break easily and fall apart. But for the upper levels, they work really well. So that is my overview of Hogsmeade. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know if you have any ideas, and let me know or anything that I'm missing. What should I be adding to this? And again, this is easily modular, so if it's something critical that I've missed, I can easily add another section, anywhere along the chain here, and build out another retaining wall platform and add on to this. And I just have to build some more mountain panels. But again, it's a pretty easy way to go with the mountain panels. These these are ready to go. They build out pretty fast. And actually, I'm going to be doing another video really soon that's actually going to show you how I go about the parts, and more detail on how I go about building these, what parts I use, different elements, and things like that. So stay tuned for that, because that'll be coming out really soon as well. And with that, thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. Appreciate your feedback, your ideas, your thoughts, your camaraderie, your friendships, everything. It is, again, a pleasure to share with you, and I appreciate you all. Thank you. Have a great day.